I know why you're here. I know exactly where you are because I've been there before. You're at that place where you're going to tell me and you'll tell other people all the reasons you don't know what needs to happen next. But you know, you have to choose something different. You have to stop doing one thing and start doing something else. You have to give yourself permission to live the life on purpose that you were put here to live. Let me take you to a place in my life that was really dark, where I was literally showing up at my office at the marketing firm that I had built after all these years of identifying this vision of the money I would make, the number of clients I would have, how many employees I would have. And I built it, and I would go to my office at 11 o'clock at night, 12 o'clock at night, start a project that was due the next day and work right through the night, sometimes 2 days, sometimes actually having the project late, knowing that I had to keep slugging it out to get it done. It's this horrible feeling. And I kept doing it and pursuing creation of this vision. The problem is none of the work that I was doing was fulfilling anymore. After a 17-year career of building this firm, I was trying to redouble my efforts, just take one step after another to fulfill this business building result that was helping me financially, but otherwise was completely killing me. I got to a place where I had so much anxiety and so much stress, where I had this story that I was a healthy person, but I was 206 pounds. And the guy you're looking at right now, 162 pounds. So I finally had this breakdown in my life where I recognized that I knew what I had to do. I knew what I had to do. And time kept passing, years kept passing, and I wasn't doing it. I was both the jailer, the holder of the keys, and the prisoner in my jail. And I didn't give myself permission to let myself out for fear that it was irresponsible. I had this machine, this momentum that I had built, and I had to run the business, and I've got a family to take care of, and I've got a child to take care of, and my wife, what would she think? And all these people that know that I'm this successful marketing business owner, and all these employees, how can I make this happen? How can I make this change? But I want to be healthy. I want to be fit. I want to have a stronger relationship. I'm sick of working all night. I'm sick of being trapped in this box. And then it happened. I went on vacation with my family. Actually, I went on vacation with my wife. I went to Aruba, and when I got home, I looked at the pictures like we all do to celebrate where we went. And I said, who's the fat guy in the picture? I saw myself on the beach in the distance. I said, who's that fat guy in our picture? And as I looked closer, I saw that the guy with all this extra weight who looked unhealthy, with swelling under my eyes, and this exhausted look, where I'd gone on this vacation and had drinks and laid on the beach to try to feel better about my life. I was miserable, and I knew, oh my God, I had become unconscious. I'd become numbed by this mundane life, and I had to make a change. And in a very short amount of time, it finally happened, where literally that stress and strain of who I'd become had to stop. I made a complete change, a complete about face. I was literally sitting there with a contract over the years that was worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, and a check for over $200,000 sitting on the seat of my car in my BMW, driving back and forth from my big house and my beautiful office. And I went home and I cried. And I didn't know what was going to change, but I knew something had to change. I knew that I had to give myself permission to become the best version of myself and create my ideal life. I mapped out how to do it, and although I didn't do it exactly right the first time, I figured out how to do it, and I broke out. I made this decision. I identified the one thing that had to change in my life, and I created that change. And as you continue on reading on this page and deciding if you're the kind of person who's ready to seize this moment and make this the time in your life where you decide enough is enough. I'm going to create the business that I desire, the relationship that I want. No more procrastination. I want physical fitness and I want financial freedom. I'm sick of being the owner of a small business or the mother of a family where no matter what I'm doing, my sense of responsibility is taking away my ability to show up at the best version of myself. If you're at that place, you're going to find out today's an opportunity, a very limited amount of time, to get yourself a seat in front of me where I can take you through the steps that I took, the blueprint where you can exactly, specifically create the transformation that you've been dying to create, where all these demands in your life and outside influences have been suffocating the freedom that you deserve. No matter how good your life is, there's room to be better, to give more, to feel more life in your living to be more adventurous and excited. I want you to have that chance. I want you to give yourself that gift.